I'll pick up where I left off. Right? Building a coven. He's trying, Annabella says, to see it. He's trying to trust and to put the pieces together. And Alistair laments that he knows this is a huge leap of faith, but that I'm almost home on the summit. Clay affirms his daughter seems to care for me. So much, she says. I'm doing it. I'm coming. And upon arrival, I'll likely have 100,000 words if it takes until December to arrive. And I am devoted, if unsure of my sanity. Will you, Willow asks, adopt the baby so we can all raise it together? To which I say, I can never say no to you. And it's true, Lisa screams, you're so lucky, Willow. I am so jealous of this thing the two of you have forged. I hate you for fucking it up so bad. And we're all upset. I'm sorry, Willow says, I'll tell him. And I say, no, don't. We will tell him together when I come back to shoot the journalist next summer. Willow tells me, you're so wise and so loving. And she agrees and knows that it is the best way to approach it together, not separate. How can I be so loved and simultaneously so alone? Merlin's curse. While reading Chaucer, I thought of when I was discussing Paul Simon's newest album, 7 Psalms with William Millions, when I taped a bunch of scenes and songs. Upon singing one line from Graceland, Willow squeals, I'm listening to it. How can you be so fucking good? She's referring to my psychic prowess, and I asked her, do you like it? And she immediately replied, yes, you're so fucking good, and you're going to set the stage on fire, I know it. And I hate myself for fucking everything up so bad. It's the hardest trial of your life, Clay says. And you're worried because you don't know how it ends. But you do. You're on your way. You just have to stay the course. Stay true. And at the end, you'll never suffer or want for anything ever again. Left the library, whose last minutes of sanctuary saw me finish the Franklin's Tale, and lament how 2/3 of my coven have fucked other men and let me know in psychic communion in the act. What a fucking mess. Apologies from Willow are frequent. I do not believe anything she says. Please forgive me, I hear clearly. I've decided to bed down in front of a closed tax office in the Kroger shopping center across the street where that nice lady brought me an umbrella this morning. The rain has subsided, and I caught glimpses of the moon, making night hideous, though I opted, per my queen mother's idea, to stay here. Everywhere under the sky is wet. Tomorrow, clear skies, I trek out into uncertainty and adventure. I know what I'm doing. Forward, towards Hamlet, then the journalist. I awoke just after 6 a.m. and began to sojourn once again under the blue Tennessee sky. After making my way back to Highway 70 East, 79 North, I began trekking north and have gone some 20 miles, maybe 15. I decided to stop as my shoes do not fit, and was having extreme shooting pains in both of my feet, as well as my right shin, which I would attribute to a pinched nerve somewhere in my bound toes, cramped within a house 3 times too small. Not quite, but spiritually true. I am sitting on the porch of an abandoned property just off the highway, though an occupied house sits just north. I could hit it with a rock if I threw one, so I must be prepared, and hope that if they do accost me, they're the kind Southern hospitality, so sweet they rot your fucking teeth out types, and not the Second Amendment shoot first, ask questions to the corpse deliverance types. This break was a recommendation from my spiritual family, and I admit it feels good to take these shoes off. Sauntering out of Bartlett into Middle America, I received my first ride. Nothing substantial, maybe 4 or 5 miles, but it saved me a good hour and a half, or 2 hours even. Really nice black guy, maybe a little older, maybe a little younger, but around my age. Glasses, stocky, kind, short hair, lighter toned skin. I never got his name. He regaled to me on our quick jaunt up the highway that he recently got arrested in Alabama with 2 grams of marijuana, and received blessings from a stranger while stranded there, and so was paying it forward as best as he was able. He inquired as to my destination, and I told him as much as I felt comfortable saying. He was very courteous and respectful and did not pry. Upon pulling into the gas station, he dropped me off. We shook hands. He wished me well, and we parted ways. I lament not learning his name. This was around 9 a.m. It is now 12:45, 9 minutes past perfection. I have been walking constantly ever since. I always jut my thumb out when I hear a vehicle approaching, but no luck thus far. Constant bombardment as I get deeper and deeper into America's heartland and experience more serenity than I have known for some time. My family and Coven are all with me. Lisa says sweet things. Willow does too. Her father I overheard on the phone with Tom Butt. I could tell he only said as much as he needed to. That he does see me as his son. That Willow and I will be together. But now, everything is amiss. Paraphrase. Tom said, "All right, man, I guess I was worried about you." Alistair tells him not to worry, that everything's fine. Annabella sees my train of thought the best. I'm sure that's not true, but she comments on how I'm worried and unsure. And they all assure me this is the final climb to the summit, that all I have to do is endure and get there. I want so much to believe it isn't bullshit. I'm not ambitious enough to conjure all of it. Am I? 8 years now. I've been celibate with one lapse going on 6 years ago. I sought refuge in books, guitar, Shakespeare, but now I have this coven, these witches that all see my power, which has always been there. I only have never been interested in exercising it because there is rarely a valid reason to. But now I am thrust into this rarefied world of psychic occult intrigue, and I have no choice but to see it through. Alistair has been upset because he knows I'm floundering psychologically. They all assure me that they see how strong I am, how devoted, how loving and good, which Alistair wants me to see, though it is all but impossible, knowing how far from security and safety I have been all this time, and will continue to be until I arrive in New York. When that will occur, I cannot say. The map reads 16 days walking, though that cannot be true. I suspect I will not get further than Bowling Green, Kentucky, between now and December 3rd, when I get my benefits from the welfare state of California. And then I can buy another ticket for the remainder of the way. Willow, who I blasted with psychic rage, they say mistakenly this morning, all day has been very sweet, extolling how she loves me, how she knows I'm the only man she can love, because I'm the only man who really understands her. Which is true. Only a warlock can understand a witch. I've been saying this the whole time. Alistair knows how remorseful I am and sees how much I've done to show that I'm ready. Sorry. That I love Willow and I'll take good care of her. And all these things are true. He feels responsible. And to the degree that he has shown her these tactics without bookending them properly with ethics and virtue, he is. These are not child's powers. And if she does not change her behavior, it might be her undoing. I am motivated by good, and so wish to take her in, and help her understand her power is only best suited when used for helping others. My point being that a lesser mind or man might just as easily blow her head off with a revolver, rather than waste time or risk giving himself a stroke by indulging her psychic perversions. She's upset, and her father is too. He says, "You're so right," and she decries, "I understand why you have to write it." And I tell her, "If you're with me, I'll always protect you." And I mean it. She tells me, "I'm not the wicked whore of Babylon." I don't believe her. The sun has disappeared behind clouds. The blue sky is still visible. As I swat away a little wasp seeking sugar for my food, but I suspect the gray will swallow all soon enough. But perhaps not. The sun is striving to re-emerge. The chaos of meteorology cannot stifle Apollo forever. While walking, I saw 2 stores on opposite sides of the street that captured my heart immediately. A clothing store called Trailer Park Pretty, with an airbrush painting of a white Karen with super teased up hairsprayed hair, white trash chic, and across the way, a restaurant bar named Shotgun Charlie's, advertising catfish. Classic hillbilly shit. It is now 1:18. I have been writing for almost 1 hour. I will rest here until 2 o'clock, and if the rain does not come, I will continue walking. Though perhaps I should stay the night, if I make it all day without being affronted. If the weather is fair, the winds are at my sails, I'll continue.